What's up? Welcome back. Nice to see everybody. It's Nemo.
It's your boy DJ. And shout out to my gang, man.
Please don't do that ever again. It's your boy Booby Beckham.
Beckham, say hi. Great show last week. I hope y'all enjoy it.
Hope y'all enjoyed that. That was wonderful last week.
Yeah, that was
What about
really
the
fun.
one before? I enjoyed the one before.
Well, you enjoy them all, but last week was fun. That draft was fun. Good stuff. Unfortunately, we woke up and it's still the off season, so let's slog through these headlines.
Back at it.
Yep, I got my favorite one first for DJ here. It's Tuesday, and Dez Bryant remains unsigned.
Go get that man.
I saw your text the other day. His market value, which was computed by somebody who's a professional, that's not us. And of course, we all gave our opinion about it. I thought it could be a little high, but then again, no, whatever. I think it was like 9.4, 9.5, something like that.
I think that's about.
That's right at the
I think
market
that's
price.
right. 10 million is about right.
Something like that.
Because you can do a lot with 6 million, and I think that's what the issue was with that extra 6 million. I could have got them a free agent player that, could have filled the role. Maybe not an all-star, but could have filled the role.
Yeah. I think he could be worth that. But again, I mean, just looking at cap space, got to start looking at landing spots, which is a popular article wherever you go on the internet right now. What I want to do is, what's your take? Who do you like? Who do you like to land them, and what are they going to do with them? Are they prove it deal? Here to stay? What do you think?
Well, it's two things that matter when it comes to this. Dez say he wants to stay in the NFC East.
He did say
Me
that.
as a Cowboy fan, I don't want to see that. Dez probably torture us. Be like, man, we should have never released them.
Right.
But if we're looking at what's the best move for Dez, I say go see Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
Yeah, that's a
One of the
popular
best-
theory.
Yeah,
for
one
sure.
of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. Him and Jimmy Graham combined. Woo-hoo, red zone.
Nothing wrong with
targets
that.
all day.
I don't want him in my division.
Yeah, and Devontae Adams.
If he's going to be in my division, he got to play for the Bears.
Yeah, I want them troubles, man.
Ooh. Yeah, if he went to the Packers, that would be a. The offense is going to be dangerous no matter what you're doing.
They got
with
Devontae
Aaron Rodgers.
Adams, Jimmy Graham. Then you add Dez, Ty Montgomery. He's still a viable option.
So what we were talking about though is, you're pretty well read on Dez Bryant. He is not a second fiddle. He is the premier passing option. And that's what he wants to be wherever he goes. Do you see him having a problem there?
That's what he wants
In
to
Green
be.
Bay, I don't think he have a problem. In Green Bay, it'd be like everyone's on even playing field. There's nobody there. Devontae Adams coming up. You could argue he's in his prime.
He would be my only argument.
But other than that, I don't say Devontae Adams ahead of Dez Bryant. I pretty much say everyone's on the same playing field.
Okay. And you think you'd be cool with that? He's just trying to go out there and
Great team. It's enough balls to go around in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Especially on a team that doesn't have great running games. A lot of balls to go around.
Okay. I like it. Booby, who you got? Landing spot.
If he wants to stay in the NFC East and he's considering a pay cut, obviously the Redskins is the best option in the NFC East.
They got the most money. I'll tell you that.
They got the most money. They got the most cap space. If you want what you think you're worth, they're willing to pay for it. Especially when after the draft, they get their rookie contracts out the way, and the season starts creeping up. If they want to get hot on them and integrate them, spend some time with Alex Smith. That can put a lot of hurt. But being more so logical, I think if he really wanted to go somewhere and make an impact, I think the Colts.
I don't like the Colts, man. If Andrew Luck,
so if Andrew Luck is healthy as y'all say he is, because now's not the time to back down. All that y'all was talking last time. If Andrew Luck is coming back with a vengeance the same way Aaron Rodgers came back and had the MVP season, this is the perfect wide receiver for him to do it with. This will have Dez Bryant.
They still got offensive line issues though, so you got to fix that. Andrew Luck may be healthy, but it's still offensive line issues. He may have a risk of getting injured again.
Now you know
That's
how
a
you
big
fix.
factor there.
You know how you put a Band-Aid on offensive line issues? Get a quick slant receiver that calls for the ball.
Which is what Dez specializes in.
That is not
Louder
the
than
best team
anybody.
for Dez. You go to Green Bay, that offense will not be stopped. The Colts is going to be 3 and out.
You are right about the line issues. You are right about they need to build that team up. But you know how you put a patch on that line? You get a dude.
That didn't work for the Giants. Odell slaying all day. Odell
Okay.
was slaying all day.
All right.
That's the only route they know. Ben McAdoo got hired for that one slant route.
And you got T.Y. Hilton too. T.Y. Hilton's nothing to sneeze at.
T.Y. Hilton,
man.
nice.
He's good. And you stole my. That's who I was gonna. That was my landing spot.
Peeked over
For
at your
Okay.
notes.
Did he?
Take that out of the equation. What about Arizona? Larry Fitzgerald's coming off the end of his career.
I hear about this one a little bit too. They got a running game. They got Sam Bradford.
If Sam Bradford is healthy,
That just sounds so boring to me.
I don't think he wants to go there either.
Ooh,
But
so you want to talk about exciting? Carolina.
yeah,
I like the Carolina.
I like
idea.
the Carolina idea.
Put Dez with Cam, and it's going to tell me one of two things. Is Cam really a quarterback, or he really just a big tight end trying to play quarterback? The same way they tried to treat Tim Tebow, or is Dak really,
Is that
better
really
off
the problem?
Because if he can go out with Cam Newton, who's arguably, no offense, I get it. He was.
Oh yeah, who can yell louder?
Who
can yell louder?
I forget he was a. I'm not trying to forget that he was an MVP, but he doesn't play traditional quarterback, and
No.
it hurts his team.
Sometimes
Dak
it gets
Dak
into the
is
Super Bowl.
athletic, but he is a traditional quarterback, and I think that when it really came down to him and Dez carrying the team, with the running game being absent, you can make an argument for who fault it was. So this is going to tell me one of two things. If Dak has a season without Dez that's pretty decent, then there is an argument to say that maybe Dez needs to take a look in the mirror. If Dez balls out with Cam Newton, and Cam Newton has another season like he did last year, coming off that injury, that had arguably was like comeback player of the year. Granted, it didn't go to him, but I think he was in an argument for it as bad of a season he had the year before where they was knocking his head off. I
That's on
mean,
the refs, but yeah.
So to kind of put a bow on this one, because you stole my landing spot. No. All I can say is, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, Dez Bryant has always excelled. He's had his best season statistically, in every single way with a gifted quarterback.
True.
Tony Romo, right? Gunslinger. He'll do it. You're double covered, he'll do it. He doesn't care. That's Andy Luck. I'm calling him Andy now because you called him Andy. That's Andy Luck. He is confident. He believes that he can throw the ball. I mean, I know he sat out last year and he was hurt, but if he does come back and he does have a strong season and, they can somehow convince him like, hey, we might not be that well to put together, but we can overwhelm whoever's coming at us.
so I'm going to throw out a couple teams. Let me know if they have enough cap space and whether or not you think they'd be a good fit.
Okay.
Jacksonville,
No
cap space.
Tennessee.
Not a good fit.
I don't see it. Mariota is not a gunslinger. Mariota throws more picks than touchdowns.
But this might be the player that he needs to elevate his game.
Or do you?
I'm not going from Dak Prescott to Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, he's not as good as Dak Prescott.
If you said Dak Prescott is your issue, or if everyone thinks Dak Prescott is the issue, I'm definitely not going to Marcus Mariota.
yeah, for that matter, neither is Blake Bortles. But
what I understand that
you're going for cap space. You're going for cap
space, but these are teams where they're one or two players. They missing that spark. Jacksonville was just, if Jacksonville had a number one option, you telling me they wouldn't have beat the Patriots? He had nobody.
They had Allen Hurns. What happened?
Oh my
now Allen Hurns not legit.
Come on.
I just have to bring that back up.
The Jaguars
Hurns is not no Dez.
The
Bryant.
Jaguars are a
saying.
different team. That's
not
a
what
different
everybody's
team.
saying.
They don't beat you through the air.
Listen to what I'm saying though. There's been a lot of comparisons of Blake Bortles to Eli Manning. What helped Eli Manning over the hump was having receivers. He had Victor Cruz. He had Plaxico Burress. He had OBJ. He has receivers that elevate his game. Okay, he has people he elevate to reach, if that makes sense. Eli by himself is not your best option, but when you give him somebody, he elevates to that level. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, I think he would help whoever is playing quarterback, but at the same time, you got to look at what the team's trying to do. The Colts, yes, throw it. They don't really have a running game. They don't care. They got a guy who can throw. Here's Blake Bortles. Here's Andy Luck. He's confident. He's not.
Well, yeah, but
this is more of a weapon to Andy Luck than Blake Bortles, is what I'm trying to say, or Mariota for that matter. Mariota, you could put Megatron on one side, Dez Bryant on the other. You could put Jarvis Landry in the middle. The dude's still gonna dink and dunk.
Yeah, But I'm just trying to cover my bases here because we're looking at teams that need a wide receiver that possibly may have a cap space. What about Seattle? Seattle let go of Jimmy Graham.
I've heard
like
about Seattle.
I
like it because of Russell Wilson.
I think he should be open. Now,
there goes another line for you that, hey, that dude kicks out. Dez Bryant's right there. Slant. That would look pretty. It would look cool. But
okay, San Diego. I know San Diego has some cap space.
Oh, Phillip Rivers would love him.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
they do have cap space.
I think he needs to open his mind up. I understand he's focused on revenge right now, but
That's why I like him. I want him to come to the Lions. That's why I like him.
There's about 8 teams with cap space that if he goes to that team, watch out. If he goes to the Raiders, if he goes to Denver,
that's another thing.
Depending on whether or not Casey Keenum can repeat. I know you keep laughing, but
you keep calling him Casey, dude. I don't know why you do that. You're the only person on the planet.
Right.
That was another thing we were talking about today, though. You keep that in mind. If Dez Bryant went to the Lions, Matt Stafford could handle that. If he's yelling at him about getting him the ball, he could handle that.
Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't need him because he has Marvin Jones Jr.
I'm just saying, Phillip Rivers, he could handle that. Okay, he can handle getting yelled at. Phillip Rivers has been doing this for a long time, right?
He played with LT.
We were talking about, and this is just my opinion. Eli Manning, he doesn't like getting yelled at.
Yeah, but he plays with some of the most vocal wide receivers in the game.
Exactly.
He's played with Brandon Marshall, Victor
You
Cruz,
can't be
Plaxico Burrell. He's never had an issue with a high-profile wide receiver.
You can't be a sensitive NFL quarterback.
I haven't seen them.
He has the most controversial wide receiver out right now.
Yeah, but that dude's not.
He hit his helmet on a field goal practice post on a net.
But
and got hit back.
But
so what are you talking about?
He got whooped by an inanimate object, man.
You can't be an NFL quarterback and be sensitive.
I feel like he's got to go to a team where he likes the quarterback. That's what I'm talking about with Andrew Luck. He's not going to go to Jacksonville with Blake Bortles.
So here's the thing with this. Dez has a very healthy ego. I'm going to use one of the terminologies my cousin used to say. I was calling him arrogant all the time. He said, no, I just have a healthy ego. He has a very healthy self-esteem.
Yeah, I want him on my team. He wants to win.
Yeah, but what this situation does is sometimes when a player gets in a situation where they feel like they might not have never gotten to the situation unless they were at the tail end of their career, which he's not, it makes you look in the mirror. So what I'm saying is, let's say he's looking in the mirror. Let's say he's having a change of heart. Let's say that he's going through some changes. And let's say he starts opening his mind and start opening, to different styles. I'm saying these are some of the teams that automatically he can make the offense a lot better, who have the room to pay him the 16 he wants.
Yeah, some of them. I agree with you on some of
16.
them. Yeah, he's not going to.
Well, I get that they're not going to give him the 16, but he's going to get double digits.
You think so?
He can get. You telling me that?
So before you answer that,
I think if you get double digits, it's going to be a greedy team, a team that's just desperate.
No, 10 is not that bad if you go into San Francisco. 10 is not that bad if you go into Denver or Tampa Bay or teams that have cut weight.
Before you answer that, though,
are saving money to try to bring in free agents to build that team up.
Because we didn't. So
this is his market. This is exactly what this is about.
You got him on a prove it deal, or is he signing for sure?
No, he's signing for sure. He doesn't need a prove it deal.
Well, one thing I want to bring up, I think he's going to sign a prove it deal. I've seen a lot of reports that the Ravens are interested in him.
Yeah,
and I think
that'll
be a good fit.
No,
you got Michael Crabtree on one side, you got Dez on the other side. Joe Flacco's trying to prove his name.
No,
the Ravens has always had veteran wide receivers. I think that's a good fit.
They've done something similar to. I remember they had Anquan Bolden and Torrey Smith, and they kind of made each other look good because they were the two complete opposites. I think that would definitely help their passing game if they got
exactly. They was 9-7 last year. I know we laugh and talk about Joe Flacco and the Ravens, but they was 9-7 last year, so it's not like it's a terrible team.
No, well, they need somebody like that. They need to help. They're
a team that wins ugly. That's why people do not give them the credit. It's because they win ugly.
Yeah,
and they went through defense and they went through running. They don't win through Joe.
But if you add that element.
Yeah, it would make him look a lot better, and they definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with a stat, dude.
Come on, man. They got RG3 as a backup, and Joe Flacco got injured last year. You really want RG3 and Dez playing together?
43%
Who says it's gonna happen?
I'm saying that there's a possibility.
That's a possibility, bro. But I'm not going off that. I'm going off Joe Flacco, Dez Bryant, Michael Crabtree, and the draft picks that they have. If they got
Dez Bryant, 43% of their pass yards last year were to Jeremy Maclin. 43%.
But Jeremy
not
Maclin's
Jeremy
not
Maclin.
bad.
Excuse me, not Jeremy Maclin. Mike Wallace. 43% of their yards went to Mike Wallace. That's crazy. That's nuts. That is telling me that they need a receiver like Dez Bryant.
But Mike Wallace is middle of the pack. He's not like at the bottom barrel.
He's not Dez Bryant. He is not Dez Bryant.
You're right. But does
This
Dez
is what
really
Dez-
want,
is what that tells
but
me.
Dez doesn't. Come on, Baltimore? No.
I don't know what you have
For two reasons. Two reasons.
That's
One,
a prove it deal for sure. I agree with you on that.
for two reasons. One, he was in Dallas, Texas. It's bad enough he wants to stay in the NFC East. What are your options? The DMV, New York.
Well, if you're talking about this contract, you got him going double digits. Ravens might be able to make that happen. So now,
I get that,
before you rebuttal, now
but-
you got to say you got him going to the Colts. Is that a prove it deal, or is that here to stay?
The reason I picked the Colts is because any event that Andrew Luck is healthy, that's automatically Pittsburgh is in trouble, and the wild card has a power player. But at the same time, we know for a fact that players don't want to go from Dallas, Texas.
You don't want to go from Dallas, Texas
To
to,
the deal-
Indianapolis
to the-
Colts. What are you talking
I
about?
get that, but that was with the possibility of messing some stuff up. But I'm saying, but if you go somewhere that you know for a fact you really not winning, you're part of a rebuilding process, so it's gonna take some time. You want to go stay in Baltimore for the winner?
I mean,
I say Baltimore is rebuilding though.
You telling me
They was
they're
9-7 last year.
they're rebuilding, man.
If you say so. They was 9-7 last year. If you add an element like Dez Bryant, you go pick up some complementary pieces in the draft. The Ravens are not rebuilding.
especially if they get him on a prove it deal. If they get him on a prove it deal, they can try to sell to him that they're not rebuilding. If they try to sign him long term, yeah.
When I look at the Ravens, I almost see New York. And what is the one thing that New York has had that Baltimore's never had? That's a wide receiver.
I kind of
New York
see us,
Jets?
dude. I don't know.
New York who?
Giants.
The Giants got a wide receiver.
No, but what I'm saying is Baltimore.
Where they're at?
Baltimore has always been New York without a receiver, without a name receiver. Defense, running, you can get by with your quarterback who may or may not show up.
I'll say, all right, so you got team guys, whatever.
So what I'm saying is, and even when they have all the pieces in place, it's not a guarantee. I'm saying, I'm telling you, if he goes to like San Francisco or he goes to Tennessee, I think he has a good shot. Or he goes to the Chargers. He goes to the Chargers in the AFC West where we don't even know who's going to come out on top because Alex Smith left. So Kansas City isn't a guarantee either anymore. And Denver, we have faith in Casey Keenum because of what he did last year, but we don't know if he's going to show. If you don't, bro,
Sorry.
my man's earned his spot last year, man.
I'm just saying. Well, they got Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. He would be a luxury at that point. With LA though, I don't think he would put them in the Super Bowl, the Chargers. But man, do you think there's a? I mean, that's kind of like the Colts.
So the Chargers defense is middle of the pack.
That's pretty good. Their defense is pretty good.
What I'm saying is they did pretty well last year for a team that didn't have as many offensive weapons they should have. And Phillip Rivers was trying to win games that I don't even know how you can even pull one out of them.
Right, and I'm saying if you put Dez Bryant on that team,
and you telling me they're not a contender?
not for the Super Bowl.
At least they have the AFC West. At least say they have the AFC
I'm saying
West.
that would put his career back on track. Phillip Rivers will get you numbers, and he'll do it with almost looking like he's not trying. And I think that would be super fun. It'd be a great place for him to go. He's in LA, but
I'm talking about the same quarter. I'm
They
talking
both
about
9-7. So,
yeah, they're both 9.
At the end of the day,
It's true. So
I'm saying you have a better shot. I think there's a better shot of the Chargers possibly going to Super Bowl.
yeah, but right now the
than I think
Chargers not even
Baltimore.
pursuing Dez Bryant.
So
And
now,
I think-
I'm speaking of team that's pursuing Dez Bryant.
For sure.
It's been reports that the Packers are pursuing Dez Bryant, the Ravens are pursuing Dez Bryant, the NFCs he wanted to go, but it don't look like nobody's wanting them right now. The Houston and their players looking out trying to get Dez Bryant. I think that'll be a good fit too.
I've heard. Did you hear San Francisco?
I didn't hear
I heard
Okay.
San Francisco.
I heard San Francisco. That's a team that will sign him long term. So
And-
you had a prove it deal. I think he would be a prove it deal there. I think
I
he'd be
don't know.
long term in San Francisco.
I don't
Kyle
know.
Shanahan would like him.
I
on
don't
that
think he
offense.
needs a prove a deal because they save so much money with Richard Sherman.
That's what I'm saying. He would. So
I think they will give him flat out $10 million and
yeah, if
no issues, no
Shanahan
worries.
and John Lynch sat him down, this wouldn't be for 1 year. This would be like, hey, we
But
want you
him-
to finish out
him
here.
and like Pierre Garçon.
If I'm Dez, I'm taking a
Jimmy
prove a deal.
Garoppolo?
Why would I take a long-term contract where you probably giving me $8 million a year for 4 years? I'm taking a prove a deal that way I could get back to 12 to 14, 12 to 16.
But if you do a prove a deal, you have to go with a quarterback that you know can deliver the ball.
I agree with you.
And you're talking about a team where you don't have a quarterback that can deliver the ball.
Joe Flacco can't deliver the ball?
Oh, you're talking about the Ravens again. I'm talking about the Niners.
He has a spotty record.
He has a spotty record, so does freaking Andrew Luck. Where has he been at?
Now you want to talk
I'm
about
just saying. I say he's gonna have a good season, but you can't say Andrew Luck is not a spotty quarterback.
Hey, that's your buddy. You call him Andy. Forget Andy Luck. Forget Joe Flacco.
Don't
Jimmy
be trying to play that card with me.
No,
I'm just
Jimmy
saying.
Graps is. Hey,
it's Joe Flacco. He
no,
won a
it's
Super
Jimmy
Bowl.
Graps for years.
Did he not? I mean, he had one of the greatest defenses, but I mean, he won a Super Bowl. Did he not?
Andy had like a 200 QBR. He had like a 200 QBR for that too. That was nuts. It'll never happen again. But hey, put a bow on it. If he went to somewhere like San Francisco, they're trying to get him long term. That would be a team that would try
I'm
to
taking a prove a deal.
I would if I were him too. But
I want my $16 million back. I'm going franchise just like that. Dez, we offering you 4 years, $30 million. Nah, that ain't enough. I'm gonna take 1 year, $8 million, and next year y'all gonna pay me.
Okay.
I don't care if I'm 30, 31.
In the division with the Los Angeles Rams.
Who?
It don't matter what division.
Who stacked their defense this year, right? With the pass rush.
Are you talking about if he goes to San Francisco?
And you have Seattle, where they may not have Richard Sherman, but they still have a very good defensive coordinator, and I still think they can do some things in that backfield.
But if I'm Dez, I believe in myself. You just said he has a high ego. I believe in myself.
He wants to play them.
But he's all about that money, too. Don't risk your money for... Like, no, go get yours.
Risk my money.
Go get yours. Man.
Even if I have a decent year, I'm still gonna get paid $8 million.
Yeah,
next year.
And if he goes to the Colts, he's gonna be playing. Minimum. He's gonna be playing Jacksonville, and he's gonna be playing Houston twice. So I really anywhere he goes, he's gonna run into at least one good defense. But
don't forget he has to play Pittsburgh.
Yeah, if he goes to the Ravens. So I don't think he thinks about that. I think he thinks about the money. I think he thinks about the term, and I think he thinks about the quarterback.
I think he wants to win for the moment, get his stats back up, and then next year he wants his money. That's what I think.
I can't wait to see him not yell at Jimmy Graps, dude. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna be best buds.
I think it's a 2-for-1. He needs his money because we don't know how much time he got left. He has some injury, and he needs to win now to solidify himself.
Can you imagine him dapping up Andy Luck?
If he never
calling him Andy.
Oh my god!
I can't wait, dude.
I do it all the time.
Fantastic. They would be in commercials together. It would be Andy Luck, the funny stupid guy, and then Dez Bryant getting mad. Like, dude, I can't wait for that. Are you kidding me?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
This all is riding on Andrew Luck being healthy, which is why I think San Francisco.
Not a bad pick. We could. All right, we got to wrap this up. Right. We could talk about Dez Bryant all day. We don't know what he's going to do, but hey,
tell us
that's
what
we think.
Twitter, Facebook.
Where should Dez Bryant go?
Yeah.
Should he take a prove a deal or should he take a long-term deal? Is Dez Bryant still elite? Let us know in the comments.
And is he going to be friends with Andrew Luck? That's all we care about. So
that's all you care about.
Let's talk about somebody else who's, he's controversial. We'll say that. Johnny Football's all over the news about what he can do, who can sign him, where he can go. Let me get your take on, is there a team out there that he could help right now, and would you sign him?
As a GM, I wouldn't sign him.
No, not at all? You let him walk?
Not at all. Let him walk. It's quarterbacks in the draft this year. If you're in desperate need of a quarterback, you could trade up, get you a quarterback that you need for the future. He has a CFL offer. I will go over there for a little while. Make sure I stay out of trouble, and then, hey, I can test the market. But as a GM, I'm not taking Johnny Manziel. Too many problems.
Okay.
Just came out of rehab. I'm good. Stand away.
Okay. What do you think, Booby?
I don't think it's dangerous to take him. There's been far worse players in the league than Johnny Manziel.
Quarterbacks?
Who cares? Period.
Because when I'm talking about quarterbacks, I want a leader. We're
talking about the same league.
This is the leader of your team.
This is the same league.
If he earns it.
Who let felons play? Pac-Man Jones had like 15 chances. Ray Lewis went to court for murder and didn't win a Super Bowl in the same year. Come on,
It's Ray Lewis. I'm talking about the quarterback, the leader of your team, the leader of your organization for years. You want to bring Johnny Manziel in there for possibly pay him for 2 years?
Joe Mixon punched a woman on camera and still got drafted.
I'm talking about your quarterback, the leader of your organization. You gonna bring this man in here so he could just get out the league? You gonna pay him? So you gonna pay him? Go ahead and pay him. And then you gonna pay him to ride your bench?
Whoa. I didn't say that. What I said was him being signed isn't as far fetched as you think. If you look at the caliber,
I'm not saying it's far fetched.
Yeah, no, I don't want to know if it's far fetched. I want to know. Give me a team that he could help if you think he could, and would you sign him? And I'm not talking about give him, Tyrod Taylor money, $16 million a year. I'm talking about, hey, come to our camp, get in this competition.
Okay. Practice squad money.
Yeah, beat up our practice squad.
We know the Browns are off the table. We know that he's not going to go to the Browns. The Browns are off the table. I mean, you have the Jets. Who's winning that quarterback race right now?
Teddy Bridgewater looks like he's pulling out.
You have
no, he's not. He's not even practicing.
That's what I mean. It looks like he's not even.
What I'm saying, you have Arizona, right? Because Sam Bradford gets hurt. Who do they have as a backup? Drew Stanton. Drew Stanton.
Oh yeah, Mike Glennon.
Beast. You have Buffalo.
Timeout right now. Mike Glennon, Johnny Manziel, take a football, throw it farther. Who throws it farther?
Johnny.
Goddamn right he does.
I don't know.
Yes, he does.
Okay, perfect example. Perfect example. Michael Vick, right? Michael Vick got out of prison. He didn't go to a supplemental league. He did his time. He did his little apology tour. And who was the first people? Eagles picked him up and it paid off, right?
This is the difference, though. You're talking about a guy, Michael Vick, that tore the league apart versus a guy that tore college apart.
Michael Vick was a convicted felon. Johnny Manziel didn't do time.
But Johnny Manziel haven't done anything in the NFL. Michael Vick proved himself already. I'm taking risks with guys that already proved themselves.
Atlanta wasn't winning. Atlanta had no shot at going to the Super Bowl.
When you play video games, who you play with? Michael Vick. When you watch NFL, this dude was turning the league around. He made the game exciting for quarterbacks.
Bruh.
I call him Mike Vick.
The first football game I ever played, Madden 2000. You think I was playing with Mike Vick? No.
Yeah. Oh, you just did it. You call him Mike Vick. No, he's my buddy, Mike Vick.
Get out of here, man. You crazy. This dude ran. What he ran in the combine on the 40?
I'm not saying
I don't care about that.
Dude, Mike Vick was running. This dude was so athletic. Come on, man.
Bruh.
Johnny Manziel won a Heisman for running around a clean pocket. He ran and run around a clean pocket.
Which Michael Vick would you take? The Eagles Michael Vick or Atlanta Michael Vick?
Atlanta Michael Vick.
Atlanta Michael Vick for sure.
Wrong. Eagles. Who's going to... Bruh, in the pocket...
What is wrong with you?
We're talking about Johnny Manziel.
Go look at his quarterback rating. He was better when he can do pocket and then was a dual threat instead of just being a straight running gun.
Bro, come on now.
What does that have to do with Johnny Manziel?
What I'm saying,
you gave me a team. You gave me the Cardinals. You would sign them?
What I was saying was he was trying to make it seem like Johnny Manziel is too far gone right now for the league to say you too much of a risk when there's been worse players to get signed. There's worse players who's in the league right now.
We don't know that,
bruh. It's
how many snaps have you played?
With the Browns? He's got some games under his belt.
How many games?
RG3 didn't play.
What did he do?
He's on his last life. We're playing Mario in the hard stage.
RG3 had a rookie of the year season.
Oh my god.
Did he not?
Oh wait, are you trying to
Did he not?
RG3's got way more experience than he does in the NFL.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Johnny Manziel, we don't even know if he can read a playbook.
RG3 didn't play last year. And I'm telling you right now, from the footage I've seen, I think Johnny Manziel can outdo RG3 right now.
Oh damn. Okay, all right.
So back to topic. Can he help a team win right now? No. I feel like if he can sit behind somebody right now, like the same way Michael Vick did behind Donovan McNabb, and then when it's time to come up, he has it.
All right. Okay.
Did that not happen though?
Hey, that's all I asked for the take. No.
But did that happen? Did Michael Vick not come behind Donovan McNabb, come as his successor, and give the Eagles an actual shot at making it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, McNabb left as he was getting there.
Oh, man.
Okay.
No, they was together for like one season.
And then Vince Young came in and backed him up. So here's my take. And I understand how you feel about him because he's so controversial, because of his past, because of his drug rehab, Vegas, all this stuff. All right, so I got you two teams, okay? Seattle Seahawks. They just signed a guy who I don't know. And please forget Colin Kaepernick. I don't want to talk about Kaepernick right now.
No,
I don't want to talk about Kaepernick right now.
Did he not get kicked out for domestic violence?
Hold on, Booby. I got you.
Yeah, that's the reason he's a backup.
Okay.
then he's out the league.
I got him. I got the Seahawks, and I got the Bengals. Okay, who let AJ McCarron walk? Right, they let him walk. Okay,
because they didn't have no need for him.
Just like we did, and the Cardinals was one I hadn't think about. That was good.
How did you not think about the Cardinals?
Because I don't know. Because I don't know why I didn't think about them, but it doesn't matter. I'm Pete Carroll. I'm Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis would never do this. I don't know why this is a great example, but anyways, Johnny, come on in. We're doing mini camp, right? You throw a practice jersey on this dude, and he beats whoever this other. I don't even know this other guy is on Seattle or whoever is on Cincinnati. This dude earns a spot on your practice squad / backup. I don't let him see the field. But guess what I get? I get controversy. I get headlines. Whatever this guy does, people watch.
Ticket sales.
And if something happens to Andy Dalton, God forbid something happens to Andy Dalton, he's there. He's there. He could help the team. I think he really could.
All right,
I don't think he's as washed up as we think he is.
He's not washed up at all.
I'm not paying him a dime. He doesn't have any
wear and tear on him.
I'm not paying a dime over the league minimum for him, and he will know that when he comes in. But if he comes in, or like Arizona's great because Mike Glennon is trash. Mike Glennon is terrible. I would kind of be like, dude, go beat up Mike Glennon. I want to see you go do it, and I will give you a league minimum contract.
Okay. What if he
what do you have to lose?
Okay, same example. He tries out for Miami.
You do have something to lose.
Gets injured and he starts and he wins.
Yeah, you do have something to lose with Arizona. Bradford's gonna get hurt. That's gonna happen.
What about Miami? Or what about Chicago?
If I'm Johnny
Chicago
Manziel,
doesn't have it together right now.
If I'm Johnny Manziel, I'm taking my 2-year CFL contract offer. I'm going over there to Canada and I'm ripping the league apart. When I come back to America, the United States, the NFL is going to pay me. I'm going to look like a genius. I'm going to rip the league apart. 4,000 passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards. Just crazy numbers in Canada. When I come back, everybody going to be trying to sign me. Public service announcement. I'm coming for you, Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, my God.
I'm coming for you, Andy Dalton. And then they're like, what? I thought he played in Canada. No. Okay.
Going to CFL and playing good in the CFL does nothing for me. It's not the NFL. It's not the same standards.
It's not.
Players done it.
But it keeps you in shape. That's all that is. It keeps you in shape.
But he can stay in shape with an actual NFL team. The Patriots are looking at him, for Christ's sakes.
They were.
Bro, Johnny Manziel is not getting signed.
Hey, that's another one. You want to see Brian Hoyer come in there if Tom Brady gets hurt? You want to see Johnny fucking football. We're in a Patriots uniform with the number 2 on.
Come on, man. Get out of here. I would rather see Johnny Manziel, but forget all that, man.
All right. Kyle Shanahan, go get him. Go get him.
All right.
Johnny Manziel, go to the CFL. Listen to my advice, man. I know what's best. Go to the CFL, get your little cash, come to the NFL, get your big bag.
Beat up Mike Glennon.
Let me look at the camera. Johnny, go to the NFL.
Beat up Mike Glennon.
Colin Kaepernick has more stats than you. He can't get a job. This is perfect for you. This is the perfect market for you. They're willing to sign you just to spite this man. Go get your NFL check. Go get your spot back. Go prove everybody you're ready to play.
Okay. We got two quick ones. Okay. These ones cannot take that long. Big Ben. How many years has he got left? And are they taking a quarterback this year to, for when he's done?
I say he got about 3-4.
3-4?
More years.
Oh, by the way, he's 36 years old. He's taken 477 sacks in his career.
Big Ben.
Big Ben? All right.
Tough.
He's going to persevere?
Persevere. Of course, they're going to take quarterback. Teams take quarterbacks pretty much every other year, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round.
I was about to say, every team takes a quarterback. It's just whether or not they're actually taking a quarterback to develop.
That's what I'm saying.
Or they're just taking somebody just in case, worst case scenario, you have somebody.
Yeah, are they taking the guy this year? Are they? Is this the year that Mike Tomlin starts telling him, like, hey, he's way over there. Listen.
I think they'll look at the prospects in the draft and see who's available later on in the draft. They're not going to look for anybody.
Develop somebody.
Early. Yeah, try to develop somebody.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm completely opposite. You could have picked up some pretty nice people.
Wait, how many years?
3.
3? Okay, so you had 3, 4. 3?
I got 3 tops. This is the same dude who almost died. He almost died. I don't know why Pittsburgh hasn't thought about the future with this man. I can name at least 4 incidences where he was either in an accident or he got injured so bad on the field we didn't even know if this man was ever going to walk again, let alone live. Okay,
You don't listen to me. He plays better when he's hurt.
Shut up. Last year, listen to me. What happened last? Not this past season, but the season before that, when he lost to the Patriots, he was contemplating retirement. This year, he's
done that 2-3 times now.
Yes, and as an organization, you start having to prepare for that. Okay, sometimes there are players who are physically capable, but mentally are drained, and they just like, man.
He has taken a lot.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Look at Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams was like, you know what, this isn't working out for me, and then he came back when he was ready, and he balled out for a year.
So, yeah,
I'm saying take somebody.
Develop them.
Obviously, it's not going to be the creme de la creme, but
they're talking about like a Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson could end up.
If he doesn't go by then by all means, go throw a Hail Mary, go get him, see what you can do with it.
And that's just
but don't
people playing around.
But you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do not get caught with your pants down when you have Antonio Brown.
So what do you think if they're going to get a guy? You think they're going to get him in the draft early or?
So
I wouldn't say early. I would think late. I think
they're going to be late because of where they finish.
Yeah, I agree. I said the same thing. I agree. Draft the quarterback later on.
It's the same thing with New York. If you are confident that you can win a ring in the next 2 to 3 years, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, they're like the number 2 team in the AFC for the last 3-4 years. Yeah. If it's not the Patriots, it's them. So, and if you go look at the past 10, 15 years, if it's not the Patriots, it's Pittsburgh. Go get an offensive line. Go get some other people to play on the you got Juju. I mean, go trade Martavius for something. Get a line, get some more pass rush guys in there. The backfield, get you another free safety. Start prepping for an actual Super Bowl run instead of walking around like you the biggest man in the room, and then when it comes down to showdown, you getting beat up by people that we were assuming were less than you.
That was a good ass game though.
It was, but it should not have been. Yeah. They should not. We should have got a rematch. We should have got a rematch against Pittsburgh and Patriots, and we should have saw Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl. There's no reason why you got your loss literally ripped from your hands, and you not motivated to go out there and do what you need to do. There's no reason that game should have went the way it did.
Okay, right on. So I'm gonna.
What you think?
Yeah. So I got a quick take on this one. I'm gonna go off of what you said. He has threatened retirement 2-3 times now. I don't think he's gonna get 3 more years. I don't think he's gonna retire right now. I'm gonna say 2, max 3. And I do think that Steelers are going to take someone either this year, and if it happens to be Lamar Miller that falls to him, I say why not take him, develop him? That's a good team to be on too, to develop. I think you got Ben. He's a wealth of knowledge. He kind of plays his own way, but wealth of knowledge.
If they sign Le'Veon Bell to a long-term deal and he still can play at the level he's playing now, you want to develop a quarterback in that system. Make sure he's comfortable. Make sure he can deliver the ball because you have 2 of the best weapons.
Sure. And so I say they do. I don't think he gets over 3 years. And that's just the nature of the game. He's not Tom Brady. He hasn't been protected as well. That's that.
I think so. I don't know if you're done, but I got one more thought.
Go ahead.
As long as Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown's on that team, Big Ben could be in a wheelchair.
Sure.
He's still going to try to find a way to play because that's his Super Bowl window. As long as those 2 players are still on that team, he's going to find a way to get on that field and play.
Think so? I hope so. It gives them the best chance to win. Trust me. That's how I feel too with Big Ben.
I don't think we should sleep on Juju either. I think
he a beast.
I think he can. I think
that's a luxury at this point. We're talking about the number 1 offense in the NFL last year.
Antonio Brown getting injured last year scared me. He's been the most consistent wide receiver in the league for like the last 5 years, somewhere around that time frame. Okay. And the fact that he got injured, I think that might have scared Ben more so than losing.
True. Okay, bow on that one. This is a real quick take. We're gonna all go yes or no, and then I'm gonna hit you with a stat. Okay, it's gonna be fun. Is Jarvis Landry worth that 5-year, $75 million contract?
No.
Yes.
No. And here's why. I got
a lot of targets.
Never over 1,200 yards receiving in an entire season. He's only missed 2 games since he became a starter. And he has never scored over 10 touchdowns. This dude, to me, using those stats, and I watch him, and I've had him on my fantasy team. I know he's money. He puts up fantasy points. That is not how much he is worth. He's a glorified possession receiver. 5 years, $75 million? Sure. Can the Browns afford it? Not the question. The question is he worth 5 years, $75 million? I do not think so. Thoughts?
I think the contract's a little bit overinflated. If you look at the numbers, Jarvis Landry is one of the top targeted receivers. This guy is getting like 8 to 10 targets a game, guaranteed. For the amount of targets he's getting, the yards don't quite add up.
Yeah, I agree. Find me a possession receiver that makes that much money. That's all I'm saying. And you can go back to Wes Welker. You can go back to whoever you want. Find me a possession receiver that got paid.
So they normally don't get paid as much, but they're underappreciated. If you look at, I think Wes Welker would change the league's stance on that, and I think that's why he's getting that money, because you can have the big name receivers, but they're not going to last as long. If they're physically dominated, sometimes they come with injuries down the line. Go look at Megatron. Go look at Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald is like
Megatron was in another stratosphere from these numbers.
I understand that, but you have to give credit to consistency. You have to give credit to somebody being there.
Sure.
Now, is he your number one option? No. But what that does is you have somebody that consistently going to undercut, in short yardage situations, get you where you need to be, or open up the downfield target because they're tired of getting jabbed. It's like boxing. You're getting jabbed with these short routes.
Yeah.
You're getting jabbed, and you're like,
he's money, and he has low drops. He's good.
See, here's the thing that stats don't tell you. He's going to eat up the clock if you're in a possession heavy offense, like Dallas. I would have loved to see him play with Dak. That would have definitely helped him out last year. He's consistent. He doesn't get hurt. He's durable. Stuff like that adds up. Now, so when you get that receiver that can go down the field, why is he why is he man-to-man covered? Why is there no safety up top? Why? Because they planned to stop this man or try to undercut him and stop him from getting them routes and stop extending the drive. That's
sure.
Why.
You should be his agent.
Now, is he overpaid?
Yes.
He's overpaid by like $20 million.
Yeah, by a lot.
By like 20 at least.
There's a lot of players in the league that can do what you just said.
But it's Cleveland.
But I don't want to take anything away from him. I love Jarvis Landry. He's a great player. I wish he was on our team. We kind of have our own with Golden Tate.
We have Golden Tate. Golden Tate is another underappreciated receiver.
One of the best bargains in the league. I agree. We do got to wrap up, but real quick, I'm terrible. Everybody yell at me. Hashtag, is Johnny Football back? Hashtag, how many years has Big Ben got left? Hashtag, Big Ben life.
How much would you pay Jarvis Landry?
Yeah, and hashtag, is Jarvis Landry's contract, is that real? I don't know. But
Jimmy Garoppolo got that triple figures, and he only has like 6 games of film to watch.
I'm banking on him. But I want to thank everybody again. Bear with us through this offseason. Draft's coming up. Oh, man, it's getting close. I'm ready.
I don't know. I think this has been a very interesting offseason.
Yeah, we've had some good.
I've been in some very dry offseason. This has not been a dry offseason.
Definitely not with the Rams.
Not with
crazy.
Everybody's smelling
crazy.
blood in the water with the Patriots.
Well, everybody's a publicist now. Even Dez got cut. 10 years ago, Dez got cut. You wouldn't hear from him for 2 weeks. Bro, Dez got cut, and before he walked out the door, he wanted to stay in the NFC East. I swear, he didn't get to his car yet. He was still walking through the facility, and he was like, I'm staying in the NFC East. Post. Done. And people were like, oh, my God, he's going to the Redskins.
That's the most logical target for him.
It gets us paid, and I love it. So, thank you, everyone.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, The Rusty Banana Show, Instagram, The Rusty Banana Show, and shout out to the gang, man.
Yeah. Shout. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Much love.